Adeboye's 2026 Prophecy, What It Really Means by Pastor Peter Uwaifo. This message blends prophetic insight with biblical teaching, offering hope, direction, and practical wisdom for navigating the days ahead. Whether you're seeking spiritual clarity, national perspective, or personal encouragement, this message will strengthen your faith and sharpen your discernment. Watch prayerfully, reflect, and comment deeply. Share with someone who needs hope for the future. 2026 is being declared a turning point year. Not just another number on the calendar, but a season of spiritual repositioning, divine momentum, and strategic realignment. Pastor Enoch Adeboye delivered a prophetic word for 2026 that is stirring hope, stirring conversation, and challenging believers to think differently about what lies ahead. Today, we will break down not only what he prophesied, but what God might be saying to your life, your nation, and your future. A year of breakthroughs and remarkable opportunities. Pastor Adeboye declared that 2026 will be more remarkable than 2025 abuse. The spiritual wind that began blowing in 2024, he said, will blow even more strongly. He spoke of more are breakthroughs, more are victories, more are successes, and fewer failures. And beautifully, he said that many testimonies this year will start with another phrase believers know well: God remembered me at last. This is prophetic language for divine remembrance. God pulling you out of stagnation, delay, and waiting into acceleration. A turning point for Nigeria. Adeboye's prophetic word had a powerful message for his home nation. He predicted a noticeable reduction in hunger, an easing of economic hardship, and a blossoming of small and medium-scale enterprises, SMEs. This is not just economic language. This is spiritual language about God flipping the narrative. Where there was scarcity, God is bringing increase. Where there was pressure, God is creating space for growth. But perhaps the most striking part was what he called the reversal of Japa, what many commentators have now dubbed Japada, where Nigerians who left the country in search of better opportunities abroad will begin to return home. This prophetic point has sparked emotion and conversation because it reflects God's desire to restore and reposition nations and not just individuals. Global outlook, peace, and seasonal weather. Pastor Adeboye also spoke prophetically about the global scene. He said that in 2026, the likelihood of a major global war would be less than in 2025, offering a voice of hope amidst global anxieties. On weather patterns, his word was pragmatic. Similar climatic conditions to the previous year, but with the possibility of a few major hurricanes. This is not fear-based prophecy, this is discernment, showing us how to walk with caution and confidence, not panic. Obedience, discipleship, and alignment. Beyond global and national prophecies, Adeboye also called believers into deeper obedience and alignment with God. Using scripture from Revelation and Hebrews, he reminded the church that God does not operate by human calendars, but by divine seasons. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And the God who knew you before you were formed in the womb has already prepared your path. This means prophecy announces God's intent, but obedience releases God's power. What this prophecy means for you. This is a season of spiritual alignment. God's wind is not random, it is directional. Prophecy is a divine invitation to readiness, not anxiety. Prepare your heart, hone your intimacy with God, strengthen your prayer life, grow deeper in His Word. A prophetic season requires prophetic disposition, sensitivity, submission, and obedience mentally. The mind is the battlefield, and the believer must be renewed, not just informed. Don't enter this year carrying old thought patterns. Renew your mind and you will see God's voice become your vision. Failing to renew your mind will make you resistant to the very shift God is bringing. Practically, breakthroughs require preparation. Breakthroughs isn't just divine force, it's divine alignment with action. Small and medium-sized enterprises will bloom, opportunities will expand, but you must position yourself for them. God honors readiness. Nationally, for Nigeria, the prophetic picture is hopeful: relief from hunger, economic bloom, and reverse migration. But this isn't just about statistics, it's about restoration of hope, family, and future. This prophetic declaration resonates because God uses hope to move people and then uses people to move nations, casting a heavenly perspective. Pastor Adeboye reminded the church, God deals with days, not years. What this means is profound. God does not wait for a new year to move. He moves daily.